We're now having a look at 7:31 in Trinidad and Tobago at the situation just outside at the building here at TV6 and the traffic that is piling up almost everywhere. We're hearing as well of bumper-to-bumper traffic in areas of the Sister Isle of Tobago, as the police, as we've heard from Inspector Roger Alexander, in their fight against crime, ensuring that they catch the criminals. Is that really what this is all about, or is it essentially using that as the cover for taking industrial action without taking industrial action, by doing what they are lawfully entitled to do, but doing so in a manner that it creates enough disruption that it gets the point across to the authorities, and more specifically the Chief Personnel Officer and the Minister of Finance in these ongoing negotiations between the Police Social and Welfare Association and the CPO on behalf of the Minister of Finance and therefore the Government of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, maybe with all of that, it's probably useful that you look at something different. On talking about different, what about the Fire Gold and Green event, which is coming up on Thursday of this week at the new pub, which is Mascam Pub? It's all part of New Fire. What is New Fire? In the dry season, you probably don't want to be talking about too much fire, but we had some rain over the weekend. Has it doused the New Fire? We have two personalities who are going to give us information on it. Music maker Jerry Anthony, together with Siddiqui Phillips, who is the leader of his band Buzz Rock, who will be performing on Thursday. We'll give you the information on the event, by the way, as we go along our discussion. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Yeah, good to have you here on the program. So, Jerry Anthony, tell us about this movement, this New Fire series that is going on.
Right. Well, as I mentioned before, I'm a music maker, and I come from a community, I like to call it a community of really diverse talent, so exceptionally talented musicians, bands, that are creating really fantastic music. For example, Buzz Rock and Siddiqui. And what we found is that there weren't enough channels, there weren't any avenues really for us to get our craft to an audience, for the society to be able to benefit from this more diverse cultural scene. And so I decided I have to create that channel, and I started the New Fire concert series. Basically, I approached the people at Mascam Pub, now called the New Pub, and they were gracious enough. They gave us the space, and we started in January of 2014. So it's once every month we have a band, a musician performing the best of the what I like to call the diverse, progressive music culture of Trinidad.
Before I hear from Siddiqui Phillips and his own perspective, let me give you that information for the event coming up on Thursday. Again, it's the 26th, 8 p.m. at the new pub, and tickets costing $60 in advance, $80 at the door. For advance tickets, to save a 20, to save a purple note, you can call 492-7516, 492-7516 or 788-0966. It might be useful to save a purple because it's $5, isn't it? These days at today's prices, you save you could save yourself to get $5 along the way. You can follow them on Facebook at New Fire, and you could also email newfireTT, all one word of course, newfireTT@gmail.com. Siddiqui Phillips, tell us a bit about yourself and your band and your involvement in the music industry.
Yeah, well, my band is Buzz Rock, and we hail from Belmont. We are around for about, let's say, 7 years now. We have 2 albums already out, which is Dub Choir and the original Universal Blacks, which is our first album. But we now brought a new album out as well, and it's the first time it could be on sale in the New Fire series this Thursday, so it's a pleasure to be there.
Well, and what style do you all play? What genre do you all play?
Well, we play original reggae music, but just music for the king, music for the Most High,
And in a very competitive environment, how important is it to get a space like this, to get an opportunity to show your skill, to show your talent?
Very important, and Jerry Anthony playing a real big role in this community, as you say, this musical community, because there's not much avenues we have, and this one here we just make it happen in a big way, so it's like one of our biggest.
And how much of a challenge has that been for you, Jerry Anthony? Because if you're talking about giving opportunities to some of the talents that really you don't see as so-called headline acts in the entertainment business, and to be able to put on one every month
Yes.
Since what, January of last year, as you were
January
saying.
of 2014,
How much of a task has that been?
Oh, it's been a tremendous talent because challenge because we don't have any financial support behind us. So it's all been, like I like to say, it's guerrilla tactics. We have to use all our marketing strategies. It's all on the ground, using social media to the best we can. You know, no financial backers, so it's all out of it's just all out of the support base, the persons who come to the event.
So why do you do it then? Because there's always that feeling, you know, there has to be an ulterior motive. This fella going to make a killing with by bringing on these big acts, and he's making a heap of money eventually by bringing all the big sponsors on board. Why do you do it?
Absolutely not, because this is actually a registered non-profit enterprise. Social enterprise. This is what I'm trying to do, is create the example of what social enterprise is. You know, so it's non-profit, and no, I'm not making any money out of it. You know,
what's your drive? What drives you to
because
do this?
it's absolutely necessary. You see, like I say, I think the state our society is in, I like to say that what we need most is inspiration as a society. There's a lack of inspiration out there, and I believe that it's through the arts and through the music, you know, that the artists could channel and inspire persons. And so from that perspective alone, it's very necessary. Also, in order for this diverse music industry, if we're going to talk about having a music industry, it has to be robust, it has to be diverse. That's the only time you really have having something that flourishes once a year for one particular two types of music isn't a music industry. So we're talking about, we have the talent there. We have the talent, there's no doubt. Why it's been challenging is because I think captains of industry and businesses are very cynical about what exists out there because they don't know. And so we're creating this platform, you know, so that they could come and see the kind of levels of talent we have and invest in that.
And Sadiqi, in that we often hear about this term conscious lyrics. And many people say, you know, this, like, conscious lyrics. Do you and what you offer, do you think that it makes a difference, or do people just go for the entertainment? Do they get the message? Are they listening to what you all are saying?
Literally, because even beyond them consciously listening, you know what I mean, the waters, they show your water, it does reflect energy, it does reflect emotion. Your body is a certain percentage of water. So when we come and, even if they're consciously not aware and taking part in what we're saying, but the goodness in what we're saying then appealing to them subconsciously in the water, so it's a good vibes, you know.
Clearly there's a spiritual element to what you're doing.
Definitely.
Do you feel that can actually influence people to be better people, or is it just that, as I say, you know, people come to relax on a Thursday evening, enjoy the vibe and so on, and go home and continue with their lives as usual? With
New Fire, I feel it's definitely more than that, and with Buzz Rock, it is more than that. You know, it's a spiritual thing, because Buzz Rock, the meaning of Buzz Rock is the vibration of the earth. You know, the buzz is the vibration, and the rock is the earth. So we really speak into creation itself. Even in the way we try to tune our instruments, we don't really approach it like with the 440 log alone, you know. We try to tap into the real original, authentic ways to really tune your instrument, so you could really tap into the real energy of creation, you know. So we more focus on vibration, and the science in music is not just entertainment, so it's really spiritual, you know.
All right, and before we conclude, Jerry Anthony, just remind everybody again about the event that is coming up on Thursday.
Right, so the event is called Fire, Gold and Green. It's the reggae edition of the New Fire concert series, and we're featuring Buzz Rock, Sadiqi and his band. It's on Thursday the 26th of March. That's this Thursday. It's $60 for advance tickets. You could call us at 492-7516 or 788-0966, or just visit us on Facebook and you get all the information right there.
All right,
yeah?
Well, gentlemen, thanks.
I really wish Sadiqi had a chance to play something.
Yeah, we really will, but we're pressed for time, unfortunately.
You listen to that and you'll feel the vibe, you know?
Internal vibration.
Yes,
Is that, have I got it correct? Okay.
Eternal vibration.
Eternal, not internal. I don't know where to get the N from. Eternal vibration.
Yeah, man.
That's yours.
No, but no iPhone, unfortunately, this morning. But it should be quite. Thanks very much. By the way, we'll take a break and continue on this Monday morning here on Morning Edition.